And sitting pretty, sitting pretty, sitting pretty, sitting pretty.
Why can't keeping it real be classy? Okay. Why can't keeping it real be let me hold my peace and let me move on? Why can't keeping it real be, you know what? They may have done that, but I'm going to respect them and move forward. Why can't that be keeping it real?
Right. Hey everybody, my name is Tracy, owner and founder of Trace Your Life Coaching. If you yearn to live powerfully, purposely, and prosperously, I can help you. I've been transformed and aligned with my purpose and will be honored to help you align with yours. I help those who yearn to love their life, free from fear and the restrictions of others. I coach privately or in group sessions, in person or remotely. You can find me on Facebook at Trace Zen, my website traceyourlife.com, or give me a call at 480-788-8735 to book your session.
Welcome back to episode 14, season 2 of Sitting Pretty and Keeping It what?
Real.
Watch out. We are back at the podcasting table. Another Friday night. We are here with Jordy and Daze, the all-around artist. How are you doing tonight?
I'm blessed. God is good.
Amen. There we go. We're glad you're here with us tonight. We hope you enjoy, okay?
First of all, how are y'all doing tonight?
Thank you.
We're
doing good.
Nobody ever asked us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Feeling blessed.
Right.
Blessed and highly
That's my favorite.
All right. So, ladies, want to go ahead and introduce ourselves?
Queen B in the house. T to the E.
Spicy Tea.
It's Kimmy where our pretty's at.
And it's your girl, Nikay.
I really love your guys' names. I just want to say.
Thank you. All right. So, Spicy Tea, you want to go ahead and tell them what we got for them? Oh, I couldn't even finish it. She already ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, she ready.
She ready.
So tonight we have the Daze Martini, and then it is grenadine with vodka, a splash of ginger ale, and some Stella Rose. Spice it off.
Yes.
It's really good, guys.
Yeah. You like it so far?
Really good. I love it. It's really good.
Thank you.
That's good. Oh, okay. And then for food, what do we have tonight? We have a garden salad topped with a whole bunch of toppings.
What's the toppings? Tell us.
Tell it all.
Name a few.
We got some tomatoes. Tomatoes. We got some
cherry ones.
We got some cucumbers. Some hot peppers. And some red onion.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, and then we have breadsticks, and we have a fruit tray, and a meat and cheese tray. Oh, and then for dessert, we have some homemade Rice Krispie treats.
They went all out, y'all. I'm telling you.
They were not homemade, though.
They are. I played them at home.
Right.
Yeah.
They were made at home.
They were made out of home.
Yeah.
So it's homemade.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Don't be trying to close that shirt up. You done came in with that shirt all cracked open. Don't be trying to close that up on us.
That shirt got to stay open.
All night.
I love it.
All night.
So weak. All right. Are y'all ready to start for the hot topics for the night?
Yes, we are. What you got for us?
Okay, well, first off, I just got to ask, how do y'all feel about it being like almost... Why are you looking at me
Almost
like
what,
that?
summer?
Yeah.
What you gonna say?
Yeah,
It's
how it's
crazy.
almost summer. How you feel about that?
It's going to be hot. Man.
Right.
You getting ready for it?
But, yeah.
They ready over there.
I feel like life is just moving at ultralight speed right now.
Yes, it is.
But basically, I mean, you just gotta prepare for it at all times. I guess you just gotta be ready for it.
This is Arizona.
Yeah. So.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It truly
It
is.
seemed like it was just Christmas
Yesterday.
the other day. Yeah.
But I love it.
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy with the climate change right now.
Yeah.
It's really
It's been trippy out here.
it's very trippy right now. Like we had snow a month ago.
Yeah.
Right.
We just had snow in Arizona, like Phoenix Metro.
Right.
That's crazy to me.
What,
so.
3 weeks ago?
So we need to take care of our environment. I want to say that.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Or else we won't have an environment.
Very true. All right. Let's actually get into the hot topics for the night. So I'm going to start with the juiciest one. Well, yeah, no, this isn't the juiciest one. So how do y'all feel about Mr. Tristan Thompson sliding into this 17-year-old's DMs?
Wait, what?
You didn't see that?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, she slid into his DMs and she put him on blast.
He slid in her.
Yeah, sorry, he slid into her DMs and she put him on blast on Instagram.
And she's 17.
Yes.
17. Oh, he is.
I honestly mean this with the most respect to, because I work with Down syndrome kids. But is he
slow?
Slow? Yeah, he doesn't get it.
Yeah, he looks like he's on the spectrum.
No, he really, I think he needs
help,
therapy.
Yeah.
Mental, because it's kind of I don't know, it's just ridiculous the way, just what's been transpiring for him, the past year with his baby mama situation, and then with Chloe and the Kardashians and Jordy.
And then the girl, Jordy, how old is she? She's
21.
She's 21.
Yeah, Kylie and them are all my age.
Yeah.
But I just pray that, for the child, that she just knows better of her father
Exactly.
than what she's getting right now.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know what? In his defense, he is 17. Yes, that's awful.
Yeah.
But he's only 27 years old. I feel like
awful.
That's old.
Yeah, but
to
10
be
years old.
to be with
Chloe.
Chloe.
His behavior as far as cheating and
Yeah.
all that.
Oh, yeah.
He feels very young.
Yeah.
He's in the
Still.
Yeah. But the 17-year-old thing, I wouldn't approve of that. But the way his behavior right now is because he's so young.
I just think the standard that we got to hold men to is different now, especially black men of our nature and stature. We're just always going to be held to a higher level and accountability, especially.
True.
So basically with me, if I were to have a girlfriend and I cheat one time, that's another is cheating 10 times. It's going to be put on a higher pedestal. Then you got to look at not only do I have a kid, I have a kid with this woman, so at least let me not have my daughter looking stupid and have my daughter going up in a world where she has to feel like her daddy is this and that. You feel me? I think it's just you gotta more think about when it's other people's lives literally at stake. You gotta stop thinking about yourself for a second. Think about the whole picture.
But I think too, the woman he's doing bad is somebody's daughter, and now he has a daughter.
Right.
So you got to think about that. You got a child now. Are you gonna want somebody to do your child like that? No. So
But-
don't do her like that.
And
She's
then
somebody's child.
in this society, he's never going to be able to it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
When she grows up, all she has to do is type her dad's name in.
Cheater.
And then, not just that, the son that he has with the other baby.
Yes.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
he left
So-
while she was pregnant.
While she was pregnant.
Crazy.
That's just information that's just going to be public to them.
Yeah.
And, it is going to have an impact on them growing up because that's what they're going to be known for. Oh, your dad, or, for the little boy, your dad left your mom for Khloe Kardashian. And then for Chloe, your dad cheated on your mom.
So do you think it would be better if he was single and he just went and
that's what
they
he
were
needs
just
to
baby
do.
mamas?
That's what he needs to do.
Because you don't think he'll be still held to a certain standard, even
Nope.
if it was, no? You think it's because he pretend like he was in a
Because
relationship?
yes, that's
Okay.
different. When you make certain commitments and you become, you're, what is it? What word am I looking for?
If you're committed to the person, you mean?
If you're committed to the person,
Gotcha.
and you guys are dating exclusively,
Okay, I see what you're saying.
then
So if
those,
he would
that's
just
a
have them as
commitment
baby
you're
mothers,
making.
then you feel
Yeah,
like
right.
society or the kids wouldn't turn around and feel like, oh, my dad was a bunch of trash.
Because he's not cheating at that point. He's just not settling down.
He's just being
moving.
Okay.
But to be honest, he's probably they probably have a deal where he can do that. She just don't want it to be public
I don't think they would
because he's doing it too. He's doing it too often.
I don't think he want to be in a relationship. Honestly,
doesn't.
he's displayed that plenty of times.
Yeah.
It's the attention.
But in his defense, that girl don't look no 17.
She doesn't.
So
That's a huge problem. That's a huge
Yeah.
problem because, I've had instances with my friends where they've talked to girls who look grown, full-on grown woman, and there's a difference between you knowing and you being in the situation and you find out,
Right.
because that's how we gotta look at it as well.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of times men are getting written off oh, you're going to, no, this girl had a fake ID,
Right.
showed me that she's 21,
Right.
35,
Whatever.
Right. How did you guys
And
meet?
I believe it.
In a club, 21 and up.
at a club. and I've been in clubs.
Right.
I've seen them let in 14-year-olds. If you're popping, they're going to let you in. If you look good, They don't care what age you are. They're going to let you in. So, I mean, it's just at that point, I mean, I just pray for the daughter, Tristan's daughter, his son, his baby mothers. I just pray that, he just hopefully looks back one day and really looks at what he's done. Right. And I pray that his daughter is at peace to forgive him when she's older. Because she's going to miss out on a lot.
He just needs to stay single from here going forward, basically.
Yeah. That's sad. All right. I don't know what to say about Tristan. He needs to get it together at the end of the day.
Keep it in suspense.
So the 17-year-old, he had no idea. He just hit her up.
She looks grown. And somebody said she does look grown, and somebody's she didn't have 17 in her bio. She looks
right. She looks
older.
That's why, I'm not really too, because I've seen that.
Yeah,
I see that every day. I see that every day.
All right,
that's what R. Kelly said.
Oh my God!
Oh Lord, no, we're not doing
that.
I went out of my bottle laryngitis to be able to talk about that.
Those girls look like babies.
No, R. Kelly, he get them when they suck in them bottles. That's different.
We are not talking about R. Kelly today. Now I got an even juicier one for y'all. Let us talk about this newfound college scandal going on with these actors and actresses in Hollywood. So I'm going to just read, for those of you guys who may not know about it, I'm going to just read you a quick little brief summary about what is going on. Okay, so federal officials have charged dozens of well-heeled parents, including actresses Felicity Huffman, Lori Loughlin, in what the Justice Department says was a multi-million-dollar scheme to cheat college admission standards. The parents allegedly paid a consultant who then fabricated academic and athletic credentials and arranged bribes to get their children into prestigious universities, right? So these people...
At USC?
USC and a whole bunch of different other well-known colleges, they were photoshopping their kids' faces on people playing a sport in order to they were doing the whole
So why weren't they going out trying to get their stat? Oh, I'm sorry, Jordy, you supposed to go first.
Yeah, go ahead. You could go ahead and speak.
Oh no, I was listening to you. I thought you were about to have a whole tangent.
We like to let the guests go so we won't get all enthralled in our own.
Oh no, I'm not too educated in this topic. I've only read the headlines, and I'm not a person that just reads headlines. That's the story. That's it. So basically, from what I've heard, it's some lady, and she's
Aunt Becky from Full House.
Yeah, she scammed them out of millions of dollars, from what I'm hearing.
Wait,
they're saying she scammed
them. Oh, so she even scammed the actresses out of the money they paid to get their kids.
And then Dr. Dre got involved.
Right, I saw that.
But he was posting my daughter actually made it.
But he donated $70,000 to USC.
70 million.
70 million?
He has his own
you're right. It was millions.
School.
Yeah,
and he was posting his daughter made it without no help.
Right.
And find out
he just donated.
And then Kamora Lee Simmons' daughter just was it Harvard the other day?
So basically,
shout out to Kamora Lee. I haven't heard that name in a minute.
So all these people that got money and we thinking their kids are brainy, these kids aren't really brainy. They're just paying
people to get them into college.
So they're paying people to probably do their homework too. Then
probably.
And then they're saying you said they Photoshop them into sports.
Yeah, and they're not even playing sports.
Where are their stats at?
Made them up.
Google, do you know how you can? I can go to Google your name. Google your name and Google right now.
One thing that I learned on being on this earth: money talks.
Right. They got the money.
Money talks. Literally, you can have a -0 GPA, and as long as you can pay the fee and donate alumni and pay for the new gym, your kid can be in the worst math class.
But where do you get
but I'm just saying, just to piggyback on it, a lot of rich white people, they go after black athletes and they try to bring them in because they're like, oh, this athlete, they're going to make it. So I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay for them.
You saying black? Yeah.
Yeah. That's why, a lot of them, for instance, Zion.
The NCAA is literally the government. They're the biggest crooks. They're the biggest thugs
ever. They take care of these kids. They do all this stuff to build them up. And these, not to say it, but these kids are dumb as a doorknob.
Girl, that's awful.
It's just I just feel the other side, I'm not going to get directly into who it is, but we know the other side. The other side has figured it out. Okay, we're going to put, I hate to say it, and it probably is going to haunt me years from now, we're going to put these monkeys in a cage, and we're going to make money off these monkeys in the cage. And we figured out how to do it. We're going to put it in the zoo. We're going to legalize it, and we're just going to let them go. And people are going to come by, look at them, and just treat them like nothing. And that's literally what they're doing to these kids. They're using them until they can't use them anymore. They've made it a rule where they can leave 1 year. Then after that, they just blow all their money. Some kids do it. Some kids, and I pray like the Zions, figure it out. I think Zion has a good head on his shoulders. He'll be fine. But, you know, it happens very often. They figured it out. It's like old white black men that just prey on kids. It's literally ridiculous.
Now, so I have like two things I want to touch on. For this case, though, they're facing like federal jail time because the scammer, she was saying it was a nonprofit, so people aren't getting taxed on this money that they're.
So that's IRS.
IRS
is involved.
They want their money.
Which, and IRS is involved, you're at least doing 20 years.
About to be looking like Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, exactly.
So they created a nonprofit for people to put money into for the kids to go into college, but then on the twist of that, they also falsified documents. For them. So that's
So they're getting the kids in college, or like educated. Yeah.
And they were faking their test scores. Like I guess they said I went to the dentist the other day. And she was telling me this stuff.
In Hollywood.
Yeah, it has happened a lot. But I guess they were like for their SAT and ACT scores, standardized tests. Like people are actually going in there and monitoring you supposedly, and like they were changing their scores and altering it after they took the test in order for them to get a higher score.
I just pray they have the same energy they had for Jesse.
How
fast that was.
That's true.
How he was about to be in jail by next week.
Yesterday.
So have that same energy for this lady.
Right.
I don't care who she worked
that
for.
was more calculated.
What she did.
That was way more calculated than his stuff.
I just need more examples because that for me is just like, honestly, I've seen people rape women, do a month in jail, go home.
That's true.
I have friends who have sold weed doing 5+ years in prison. So this for me is like, as long as the example is set, I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens. I just need an example set.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So, speaking on the college athletics, do you guys feel that they should be paid?
100%.
I do.
They bring a lot of money in.
They bring a lot of money in.
They bring billions of dollars.
Do, but coming from a college athlete, no.
Really?
That's too much.
You would have to pay everybody at that point if you chose
Not just,
to pay.
there's a lot of athletes.
Right.
Like when you think of a whole college.
Like hundreds of thousands.
Right. Yeah. So, and then you're thinking of like a school in general, the different sports, the different players and all that stuff. That's a lot of money. I do feel that the schools do put things in line for the athletes to be taken care of. But ultimately, if anything, I don't feel the athletes should get paid, but I think they should be able to go down on tuition.
Gotcha.
Because I feel the athletes bring enough money in.
To go down on their tuition.
They need to go down on tuition for individuals that aren't athletes.
As you guys know, I have a friend that's about to play at U of A next year. He's a really good player.
Right.
And they're probably going to sell his jerseys in stores. He deserves that money.
Right.
Because you're putting his name, he's putting his blood, sweat, and tears on the floor.
Right.
And you guys, the college, are making money off this kid who chose to go to this school and support you guys. The least they can do is break it off a little bit. So for things
like that, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you're being promoted and you're the top player and you're making sales, I believe you should be compensated for that.
Because Michael Jackson, I mean, like, this is how I see it. Like, Michael Jackson is always going to get paid more than Avril Lavigne, for instance.
Exactly.
Because
it's
like when you're at that level, like it's not about like you're a college, like you're bigger. This kid, when he ripped his Nike shoes, Nike's stock went down.
Yes.
Like Nike, $1 billion corporation around the world.
And as soon as he graduates and goes to the NBA,
come on,
he's getting a Nike contract.
Not even graduate. He's just gonna go this year.
He's just gonna go. I mean, not graduate. Yeah, he's not graduating. He's going this year.
He's gonna go.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So, but it's not fair for when they get paid. You do have those athletes, right?
Right.
But you have the other athletes that are
just.
So it's like if you can't pay one without paying all.
But Batman ain't bringing in that much damn money.
But then
that's where
much
Title
money.
IX comes in, though. You gotta have it equal across
right. And so there's I
and
mean,
then they're going
the
to try to figure
politics
out how
of
they're
it.
going to pay the higher ranking.
But there are ways that colleges do take care of.
Yeah,
they
the
do.
athletes,
Yeah.
you know.
I'll just put it like this. The NCAA came out and they said that they're creating a Zion cam. A camera that follows him on the court.
Yes.
When he breathes, when he's sitting down, when he's running. A camera that follows him on the baseline side, everywhere. This kid needs a check.
Yeah.
Like, you created a whole camera for a 19-year-old, 18-year-old kid.
Right.
Like, come on. Like,
Yeah, they're making money off of it.
like you're making money off this kid. Like, literally at this point, it's like in your face.
It's like pimping that kid out
And
in a sense.
literally, I look at it like you're caging monkeys and telling them to fight.
Right.
And then you're betting on them.
But it's the same thing. The publicity and the things that these athletes are getting is almost the same as you might as well pay them.
Might as well.
Because you're singling them out from the team already.
Period.
So if they got paid for that, so how do you guys feel about this though? Because we talked about this in class the other day. What do the interns do? They're bringing value to the company. They're working. They're getting their foot in the door. They're getting experience, but they're not getting paid. I was like, somebody brought that up in class, and I was like, you make a really good point. It's not on the same level, but it's the same kind of basics.
Let me put it like this. If you had a public figure, an influencer, an Instagrammer, per se, was an intern, and they had 100,000 followers, and they could bring market to this company, they could bring sales, they could bring eyes,
They're going to have a paid internship.
Exactly. Because it's about popularity at that point, what they can bring to the table. Not everybody's going to be Zion Williamson.
Yeah,
right.
But you're going to have the regular normal people. And I'm not saying we're regular normal people, but I'm saying like if we were to play on a team, the regular normal players. Not everybody's going to have 100,000 followers on Instagram. But for the ones that do, and for the ones that are bringing business in, it's kind of like the idea where it's like a participation award. Like, we can't just give that out anymore. Like, he's earned the right to earn this money that's coming back to him. He literally has probably made the NCAA $1 billion.
Just like the NBA. You have some that have shoe deals.
Steph Curry makes $200 million.
Some don't.
Some make $400,000.
I think they should base it on
So I feel that if there is a special project or something that makes you outshine, and where the school or the NCAA is making extra money off of you,
Right. Okay.
you should be compensated for that.
Yeah.
It's just like having a shoe deal.
Right. Like, if you're working in an office, and they say, whoever has the most sales at the end of the month gets this. I'm making the most sales. I need my reward.
Who's bringing the most revenue?
Yeah, exactly. Who's bringing the most revenue? Who's bringing the most attention? Who went out and did this? He's doing all the extra effort. He's winning games. He's MVP in the ACC Rookie. Like, he's won every award.
Right.
Like, he needs something. So, I do agree that those certain players do need to be taken care of.
He is getting something. Believe me.
I'm not going to go on record and say anything about that.
He's getting
They always
listen,
getting
I played in Division II, and I was in HBCU, and I got something.
Right.
They do.
It's just about how they work it. They get something.
Do you see that Nike's about to... Well, a guy was trying to blackmail Nike for like $600 million.
Yeah, it's that lawyer that's suing
Nike.
R. Kelly.
Yeah, yes.
Same lawyer.
Yes.
So R. Kelly's excited.
So
He's over there
this
getting
is-
jiggy with it because
This
that lawyer he got arrested.
The lawyer
Or
did?
indicted.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna try to use that.
Yeah, he's trying to embezzle money from them. So he's getting people to try to sue Nike, but it's
not going to work.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Can't take that $1 billion corporation.
Yeah, they got too many good lawyers.
And literally, Nike's like, for the world, like R. Kelly. Like, people just can't seem to give up R. Kelly. We can't ever give up
Right.
music. Like, we just can't give it up.
Right.
That's the only thing. I
Even
draw
the ones
line
that
at.
are like, mute R. Kelly,
one of his songs
guarantee
come on.
they've sung along to some of his
Step
songs.
in the Name of Love.
Since they
I'm not even going to lie to you. Like a year ago, I was like, I'm done with R. Kelly. And I found myself, it was playing, and like, okay, you know when you're in like a restaurant and you don't expect black music to be playing?
Right.
So I'm just like grooving, then I hear, whoa, whoa. I was like, whoa.
Oh no, no mercy, no mercy.
No.
Not today.
It's just that's the beat, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not listening to the words, okay?
I'm hearing the beat.
I'm sorry. That
He
guy
has
makes
good
some
music.
music.
I'm not.
Man,
He
got
has
good
some
music. He
good
got some.
He's an illiterate poet.
music. Yeah. Yes.
Literally.
And some.
He said he can't read or write, but you know what?
Yeah.
God is good.
He can't read.
Maybe one of those young
right?
girls was writing that stuff down for him.
Aaliyah was
I
right.
think they said he can't even read music.
And that's why the songs are
Yeah,
about them.
he
He
can't,
can't
read.
read. Now, if you can't, but you can't read music. Should you know how to read music if you're
Well,
a musician?
this is
Some
what I've
people-
heard. I don't want to say on record like, oh, for a fact he can't read. Like, I've heard that he can't read or write, but he's one of the greatest writers. Like, he wrote for Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, one of his
But you
biggest
know what?
hits.
Honestly, if that is the truth, that explains a lot. That he's still stuck in that child age, and that's why he's attracted to women, young women.
We don't know
He's
that.
still. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go into that.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
God.
still
All
the case.
right.
It's still the
It
case.
is.
Yeah, but maybe he's just not the. Maybe he can just read like some of the 3-letter words or something. I don't know.
My name is Robert. Take off your
Wait,
clothes.
before we go on, that interview he had was hilarious.
That was. The memes are
Are you
funny.
stupid? Are you?
So hilarious. That interview was hilarious. Like,
It did not help him.
It did not. If anything, somebody should have told him.
I'm not gonna
do
lie,
not
that
go
was
do
incident.
that
I had that
interview.
same incident today. I swear to God, I was Gail.
And you just said still.
I just sat still, I was looking at somebody else's R. Kelly. I swear, I just had that incident today.
That was the funniest thing. I should have not laughed when he did that.
Okay, we gotta get off.
Yeah.
That.
Why would I hog tie?
Okay, yeah, I just think that
He
did not
said a
help him.
coat.
A coat.
What is a coat?
You talking about Code 44 and the Code 45?
He was a mess. For that.
I can't
They shouldn't have let him do that.
How y'all get to talking about R. Kelly? I
I
thought
don't
we
know.
wasn't gonna talk about him. No, not
He
this
hadn't
time.
did the last time he hadn't did the interview with Gail.
Yeah, he had it the last time that we sat down with each other.
All right, no more Robert Kelly.
Yeah. So let's talk about Jussie Smollett.
Oh man.
So
How
all
do
the
you-
charges
how do you
have
say his
been
last name?
Jussie Smollett.
Okay.
Justin?
Jussie.
I'm gonna just shout out to him, but I'm gonna just say Empire. That's just the best way I know him. Just say Empire.
I like him. So
I loved him on Empire.
But the charges have been
Loved
dropped.
him.
All
Yeah.
the criminal charges.
So I
But
don't-
didn't Chicago or another
Trump
city
was
recent-
trying to.
But another city just said that they're that he has to pay them like over $100,000
It has to
by
be
a
within the
certain
city
day.
limits, don't it, or no?
It's just I
For them to
saw
pay
it
the
on
charges?
Instagram today.
I don't know. I like him so. God just bless the man and let him move on with his career.
I'm so lost with that whole thing.
That
Yeah,
that's
it's
just
been
you.
too
It's just
much.
like
It's confusing.
because like they were about to send him to jail.
Right.
Well, they
Like
did.
literally,
They
like
arrested him.
within a week, everything was solved. The whole case,
Yeah.
Everything.
everything was solved.
And that's probably where they messed up at.
And now the two
Yeah.
guys, the African guys, said that he
like he turned his back
that
on them.
he
or something.
turned on them, and I'm like, I'm confused with that whole case.
That's
it just
definitely
happened so
confusing.
fast. Like
Yeah.
everything happened so fast.
Everything.
Okay, well I gotta.
But did he
Y'all
get
got something
fired
to say?
from Empire or no?
No.
You know, I think I
back
think
next
it's,
season.
Yeah, let that man live his life.
I think it's about the Illuminati and they get tested.
Oh Lord.
And so now he's gonna be bigger
Empire
than
has
ever.
had the lowest ratings.
much
They
you want?
said. I just saw it. No, they
She's
had the
right.
lowest ratings.
She's
so-
right.
He took one
But
for
yeah.
the team and watch him blow up after this. I thought
Yeah.
about that today.
That's true.
And it's true, but I don't even like
So
Empire.
I don't like Empire
Y'all
anymore.
listen, Empire, their ratings have been
I'm a
Power
extremely
fan.
low.
You
Me
are.
too.
fan.
Love
I'm
me
a
some
Yeah.
star.
Come on.
I stopped being a fan. They kept
Ghost,
going back and forth
Power.
with that.
Ghost,
I
oh
love
my
Power.
goodness.
Oh,
Ghost.
Power. Oh, I never seen
And
Power.
Star is the one.
Oh, I heard Star is a good one too.
But no, with Empire though, their ratings were low.
Low,
Because,
yeah.
I hate Angela Valdez.
So I think high
Come on,
five.
man.
I can't stand her
I can't
ass.
stand her.
What do
I
we-
can't
y'all
stand
talking
the sun.
Tyreek needs to get a
What are they
whooping.
talking about?
Whoop
Power
him.
now?
Power.
Yes,
Power.
Tyreek
I've
needs a
never seen
whooping,
it.
and Angela Valdez, I hope she dead.
I've never seen one episode.
Team
of that.
Tasha.
Most people are. She must have
Yeah.
been the wife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's probably.
Tasha's like the cookie. Like she just holds everything
She
together.
held, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she just holds
Yeah.
everything together.
And it's really not even about she's
Music.
just
Oh.
no, it's not about her just being like a black woman. You know, not even making it a race thing or whatever. But
She's just strong.
she's a strong woman.
Mom,
She's
she's
always
Strong.
had his back.
She's just real.
But he
Held
left her for
hid
her, right?
the gun when the gun was man. Hey,
What she say?
Come
Get
on
in there,
now.
take off your clothes.
Exactly.
Your nail.
Yeah, she
Already
real smart.
told the little boy how to be a killer. Come on, man.
They got a whole
I
power.
started watching it, but I never finished.
I've never seen
Oh my god,
I'm
you gotta
not
binge
sure.
watch it. Binge watch
I watched
it.
all
That's
3
good.
seasons in 2 days. I cannot.
Are you
Oh,
serious?
really?
Yeah, once
binge
you
watched
start,
it.
you won't.
Like
you'll
because
keep
like
going.
you don't want to miss the next
Yeah, the
part.
next
You
one,
don't want to
yeah.
miss
It's on
it.
Hulu though, isn't it?
I have, yeah, it
Yes.
is. I have
I think I'm gonna
not.
binge watch it.
I've watched every season as it's played. Like,
And I don't watch it like week by week. Like
you wait until
I let it whole go by. And I just one.
See, I'm crazy. I go week by week. You be crazy every week.
See, you're gonna be crazy. We gotta get off.
I know. I was like, I got a funny kind of topic for y'all. So, a McDonald's employee is charged with battery after hitting coworker in the face with a cheeseburger. So I'm gonna read it to y'all.
Okay.
So this was in Bloomington, Indiana.
Okay.
The 21-year-old male employee got upset that his 18-year-old female coworker was working too slowly. They then got into an argument, and he threw a cheeseburger at the woman, hitting her in her face. She wasn't injured, nor was she in pain, but she called the police and decided to press charges against
Was
the
it
young man.
wrapped? Was it already packaged?
I don't know.
What is wrong with
What if somebody
was it hot off the grill?
Ooh, what if it was hot?
That
But that's
cheese-
McDonald's ain't got
bun.
no grill.
No, I'm saying they do have a grill.
But it's gonna be with the cheeseburger.
that right.
No, but before they put it on the bun and they just have the cheese and the hamburger and
Should have
just
some
slap
grits.
it.
Right, that would have been more.
Some grits.
What you know about hot grits?
Right.
Come on now.
Come on. We gotta talk about that.
Come
later.
on now.
You know about hot grits. Where you say you from again?
I'm from Youngstown, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm from the Midwest.
Oh, yeah, okay. But anyway, we gotta go back to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Think about
What if
that.
somebody threw a
Slap it.
cheeseburger in your face? What would you do? Call the police
What?
or fight it back?
I'm calling the boys. I'm calling my boys. Because it like depends. Like if it's a girl, and I'm just call like a couple girls. Because I'm not about to fight no girl. Like I'm not about to do that. But if it's a dude, like and it's just like one-on-one, oh yeah, I don't care. Like my job's over at that point.
Right.
Like, I'm not asking no questions. I'm not asking why you did it. I don't care if it's an accident.
Right.
Like you hit me in my face. Like there was some intention that you had to hurt someone, and it just happened to be me. And I already work at McDonald's, so I'm not happy.
Right.
I'm not happy right now.
It wasn't premeditated. Like
Yeah.
it was in the moment. So
A cheeseburger.
What would you do, Brittany?
I don't know. She's stupid. I wouldn't go to the police about no cheeseburger. Like,
Oh, they called
They
it.
probably been having
Yeah.
issues already before.
They always
Yeah.
just fight the person.
But do you think the manager got mad that they wasted a good cheeseburger?
yeah, they
I probably
probably both
would've
got
fell-
written up.
I'm
I
telling
would have
you right
fell on the
now.
ground and like I was hurt so I can go home with
They
it.
probably both got written up for it.
My friend worked
What
at
about the customer that was waiting on that cheese?
Because somebody had to order.
They still
it, right?
right, for it to be ready.
Oh, they don't make it to order, do they?
They still package it. They supposed to.
They're probably right. It's probably sitting on the thing already.
Oh,
The warming tray.
you were saying something?
Oh no,
You forgot.
You just listened.
But they got arrested though.
I'm just listening.
I don't think so. They got arrested. Oh wait, hold on.
What city was that in?
You said battery, right?
Yeah, so they
that's
did
a
get
charge.
arrested. Yeah.
He
Wow.
I mean,
yeah.
there's just certain things that
charged
like
with battery. Yeah.
you just gotta take that L. I mean, you can't charge nobody for something with a cheeseburger.
Because he could lie and say it slipped out his hand.
I
If
was
it can't-
yelling
Nah,
and
bro,
it
like,
came
it's
out
a
my.
cheeseburger.
I'm just trying to fling it to you so you can wrap it up.
I was trying to tell her she was doing it wrong. The cheeseburger came out my hand.
That's crazy.
Somebody said, "Oh, you got a Mick ASS whooping."
Big ass.
Oh, what city was it in? That's what
And
I
I said
What do
it
you
was
mean?
in Bloomington, Indiana.
want to ask. Oh, Indiana.
Yeah, that's some
Mid-
shit
that's
that would
considered
happen in
Midwest,
Atlanta.
Midwest. God
I
bless.
don't know much about. He said Midwest. God,
God
bless.
bless. I'm from the
You're from the
Midwest.
Midwest,
Yeah, so
right.
our
Okay.
God bless.
Bless.
God bless.
Bless it.
Yes.
All right, so this is the last topic for the night. Who at the table has seen the movie Us?
I just watched it right now for the second time.
Okay, so
I left it
now.
earlier. I left it it was like 20 minutes left in the movie. I already seen it, but that's.
So this conversation is going to be between.
No, I'm asking everyone who has seen it.
Okay, I haven't seen
I
it.
haven't had no attention.
Okay.
Oh my God, y'all are missing out.
Really? Okay, I didn't like it that much.
Really?
No.
Explain to me why you didn't like it.
Okay, so the reason I didn't like it, one, it's not a horror movie. I wasn't scared. I'm terrified. Oh, no, I'm not
She's
going to
not
give
gonna
any
mess it up
spoilers
for
or
you.
anything.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Like, to me, it wasn't a horror movie. I was never terrified. I never jumped out of my seat. I would consider it as a suspense/thriller.
Is it
so
supposed
at that
to be a
point,
horror?
Definitely.
yeah,
Supposed to
it's
be
the
a
number one horror movie in America by Rotten Tomatoes. Like, it's considered.
So the
that.
horror is that it's not a horror movie.
Well, let me ask you this. Define horror in your book.
I'm supposed to be
Blood.
gory,
There was.
scary.
Frightened?
No, I don't. I just
Frightened
don't
is
consider
more of a thriller, right?
I feel like it was more like suspense/thriller. Maybe
It was sinister.
Somebody I know that
Very,
watched the
very
movie last
sinister.
night said the same thing.
I mean,
It was a
like,
thriller.
I'm not going to get too into detail,
Yeah.
but there were certain things that this is my thing is just with horror, because I love horror movies. We have to look at it like I think this is gonna sound really naive, but and really ignorant. But we have to. I think horror movies have kind of taken a step back because we're kind of living in scary times. So it's kind of like
a different type of horror.
Remember that video when we were younger that was on YouTube that popped out at you? Now if we watch that, are we really gonna be scared?
Right, no.
Because things are changing now.
Right.
So the definition of horror is still the same. It's just I think the idea that it's not even scary should scare you because it's exactly what you're living in. I really think that we should look at it like that.
So we become so numb.
No, that's what I was
numb.
thinking when you said that.
It's kind of like how you think about rock music, like metal music when it first came in.
So loud.
You were so scared. So now if you hear that, you're just turn that off. Because you're just numb to it now. We're so numb to pain in America at this point, and so numb to the feeling of being scared and feeling not comfortable and secure in our own skin as people. Not even just black people or women for that matter, but just in general. And I think that in a sense is the scariest part to me. That
we're not
these
afraid
parts are just normal to us. I'm watching and people are scared and I'm just... And she's like, ugh, and I'm just sitting there.
What are you gonna do next?
You need to do something better than that.
That's how honestly, it was, though.
And that honestly, to me, just says a lot about our generation and what's going on right now. The fact that we're not scared of these things, and it's good also because we're conquering fears and stuff. But it's kind of the numbness of not feeling human.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So how bad is it going to be years down the line?
Right.
You almost have to kill. Even killing people nowadays.
It's not. They killed people in
it's
that movie.
Really sad. When I see people dying, it's gonna sound awful, but I feel bad, and I really do feel for the families, but I don't feel anything anymore. When I literally see school shootings now, or mass murderings, or person ran in Walmart and just sprayed everybody,
for a second, you're
swipe
that's
up,
so
keep
sad.
swiping. It's just and I just think that's scary to me. It's just quite frightening that we're at a point where it's just oh, man got slaughtered. The man ate his bones and cooked it and fried it in deep seasoned it.
Put a hot sauce on it.
Exactly, put a hot sauce on it. And then he let his wife, dead corpse, sit next to him after he just maliciously made love to her. Just these headlines are like this, and we're just
next.
Just keep scrolling.
Another shooting. We're numb to it, but then at the same time, you don't want to feed too much energy into that too, because you need to keep on moving, because you'll be stuck. And so, but I just wish people the best, and then I try to think about positive things. So
it's kind of sad that you can't even feel anymore because there's no feeling. There's just nothing. It's just almost that's why I say the days. It's just you're just part of this big piece of confusion. Once you're confused, do you really care at that point to know? Do you really care at that point to really understand?
And the ones that do disappear.
Exactly. That's always what I say is just and hopefully, when I get bigger, stuff like that, this comes back. But I want to be one of those people that you don't hear about after a certain amount of time because I was speaking too real about the stuff that's going on. I want to be that martyr for people. I want to speak up for the things that are going on in the world. I think it's very important. I think
Tupac was way before
I think it's very important to have those people, man, because you have a lot of people that have these platforms and they're not using them. But think about this. You got kids, and I'm going a little bit off topic, but I'm going to go back and it'll make sense. You got kids that are doing Xans, lean, and all these different drugs and dressing this way and doing this stuff and not comfortable in their own skin. They feel like they have to be this type of person to get girls and get attention and make it nowadays. And I just think that, if we use that same energy, and you don't even got to be a Tupac or a J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar and, feed knowledge. But my music, even with me, is just, it's positive, feel-good music. It's nothing I'm going to kill you, I want you to die, F your mom, nothing like that. It's just, I feel like that's a complete reflection of yourself. Of, the type of person that you want to portray yourself as. And I just feel especially with people who really, really have platforms, we gotta use them better. We have to use them better. Period.
Very well spoken.
Yeah, that's a good note to end the conversation off on. Before we get some food. So we about to go chew on some carrots. All right,
got a veggie fruit spread.
We'll talk to you on.
So we heard you
better back off before you get shot. I'ma knock you with my rose gold wristwatch. Y'all think this is a game, but I'm spitting facts. My middle name Bougie, so you know it's rap. Bougie gang, bougie gang, bougie gang, bougie gang, bougie gang, bougie gang, bougie gang. Got 2 necklaces from Tiffany's. My ice 10 times, you know it's rain. You better back off before you get got. I'ma knock you with my rose gold wristwatch. Y'all think this is a game, but I'm spitting facts. My middle name Bougie, so you know it's rap. Yeah, double C's on my eyes, so I'm seeing clear. Just left the dealership, I'm a swerve and stare. On the loop 202, and I'm heading near you. What? Okay, I might just pull up in the Accord, but don't worry, got the X3 keys in the door. What more can y'all even ask for? Fan first, pod son, sitting pretty, we on, yeah, we about to be litty on the moon, and we got new work coming real soon. And as for you, you should have been on.
We are back on the second half of Sitting Pretty and Keeping It Real. So we got, this whole break, we've been laughing the entire time. So we had a little mishap for food preferences on this particular podcast, which has never happened before. So, you know, it is a first, and it won't happen again. We're going to make sure we double check.
Yeah,
triple, quadruple check.
All 5 ladies must attest.
Yes. Get the signature, the initials, and all that. All right, so I would ask you how the food was, but
no, it was still good though. I mean,
it looked pretty, right?
It looked pretty. There you go. It was sitting pretty.
It was sitting pretty.
It is still sitting pretty.
No, honestly, the meal, I couldn't believe that y'all were up to eating edible water, but you know, that's up to y'all. Don't judge. That's for God to do. Mm-hmm. So, but thank you guys still for getting me stuff. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. It'll never happen again.
Yeah. Next time it'll be a whole...
You want to tell them what happened?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tell them what happened. All right, so...
Everybody's still hungry.
Basically...
You eat right now. What you say, everybody hungry?
So basically, one of the members of Sitting Pretty, Keeping It Real keeps track of our social media and, you know, arranges our guests for us. And so this particular person asked what Jordy and a Daze would like for food. And his contacts...
His manager.
His stomach is in the Daze.
Yeah.
His contacts...
Man.
Let the person on Sitting Pretty, Keeping It Real know that he's not a big fan of vegetables.
Salad and vegetables.
Salad and vegetables. However, I guess we took that as he is a big fan
No,
of
don't
salad.
say we.
I did. T to the E.
We were told that.
T to the E took it as he is a big fan of salad and vegetables.
And
so
that's what we did.
We have a whole spread of salad and vegetables like he's vegan.
And he's not.
And he's not.
And
the opposite.
chicken.
And the pepperoni was for us. Yeah. We got pepperoni, cheese, and crackers. That's about the only thing we did.
Adult lunchable.
He had an adult lunchable.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen to that. Now we can move on. Let the church say amen. Amen.
Man,
You're the only one to say
I'm still eating
dessert. Let that sit. Let that sit in your spirit.
It's time for the choir to sing. It's time for the benediction. Okay.
I can't deal with y'all. All right. So, as we told you before, this half is all about you.
Yes.
So, to begin with, how did you like the drink first off before we start? Because we didn't get to touch on that. Drink, we got it right.
Right. Yes. The drink was really good. I grew up drinking Shirley Temple, so big fan of Grenadine. Noticed that from the jump. And whoever made it, I think all y'all made it.
Spicy tea made it.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
We all made it.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not a big alcohol person, but and that's the thing, I'm a wine drinker. Mm-hmm. I like sweets and classy, I like feeling pretty.
Right.
So when I'm drinking, I don't want to feel nasty and sluggish. I want to feel cozy and nice. Like today, wearing myself a bubble bath.
Okay.
Watch out.
Have some wine.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Take my time. So that's the type of person that I am. I like drinking, tasty drinks. So that was perfect.
Thank you.
A for that one.
Yeah. What did we get for the food?
You know what?
What
you
letter
still
grade?
had an option. There were still options for me.
So C.
No.
Come
say
on, say
B minus.
Come on,
B
Jordy.
minus just off
Jordy.
the fact that I know where your heart was.
Preach.
I know where your heart was.
Preach.
Okay. There we go.
Thank you.
We could take that.
Y'all doing too much.
You were a little nicer than I would have been.
What was your grade?
That was just straight
F minus
and F.
You failed. Expelled.
I would have went home after the second half.
I've been hoodwinked, bamboozled.
They brought me all the way over here to feed me
That's
some dang water.
You know what? Okay, we're going to get off that food now. Come on now, y'all. Give me a break.
He's hydrated.
Out of almost 60 episodes.
We looked at some of your pictures. You were working. Now you looked a little perched.
Yeah.
Trying to get you some extra
No, but
water.
overall, thank you guys for at least, thinking of me
welcome.
like I said.
You're very welcome. Okay, as we said, this half is all about you. So just to get started, and everyone else will all just kind of flow in questions after we ask this initial one. So, like, we can't keep no, like, straight face now after this all has happened. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you kind of mentioned this, though, where you're from, how you got to Arizona. Just, like, a little bit of your upbringing, and then we'll go in from there asking the remainder of the questions.
I always introduce like this. I have a song called 21, and the initial line is, God gave a legend on June 21st. The year's 97, I'm last in the first. So I'm an only child. I was born on June 21st, 1997. And I'm from Youngstown, Ohio, the suburb area. But I was frequently in different places. We were around a lot. And then we moved out here when I was like 9. Hated this place because it's just like I'm used to going to cookouts and hanging with grandma. And now I'm looking at deserts and nothing was here. Like I remember the first time I was here, like my city, like there were dirt roads. Like so, I played basketball. I was pretty good, and then I was just like, I'm 6 feet tall. Like I'm not Chris Paul. I'm not going to be like a basketball like legend. So I was like, you know what? I kind of got the gift of gab. So let's use that. And then I sang in the choir as a kid. My mother was in choir. And my father's a good speaker. My mother's very intelligent. So I just get a lot of qualities from both sides. And I would say I'm an optimistic person. An enigma almost. So yeah.
Watch out, man. You got it.
Right.
Well, watch out now.
So how did you start getting involved in music in Phoenix? You were in a choir here in Phoenix?
So I was in a choir at the church, but it was more of like that rebellion stage.
Which church, if you know?
I was at Kingdom in the Valley, KVCC.
Oh, okay. Which campus?
I was there at the El Mirage campus where there were 10 people in the church. There was nobody in the church.
You may know my son.
I probably do.
Yeah.
We used to bring in the seats for everybody to sit
at the basketball.
in the gym.
Yeah.
See? And nobody was there yet. So I used to go there and then we just watched them grow and move up. One of my best friends is Isaac Steele and Ira.
Oh, my son is the best friend. Is it Isaiah or Isaac?
Isaiah's the oldest one.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Verado and Buckeye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, but like me, like my dad, the way, because I played club basketball, so I was in Scottsdale, Phoenix, Tucson, LA, Vegas. So I was just all around meeting everybody, just keeping my face recognized in different places and stuff like that. So that really helped because just right now with the peak of everything going on in like pop culture for Arizona, like athletes are really running it. Like my friend, like I said, Nico, doing very well. We got my other friend, Nikhil Harry, who's about to be in the draft. He's a first rounder.
Oh,
My friend Byron
right?
Murphy, he went to Washington. He's a first rounder. We have Marvin Bagley, my friend, went to Duke. Second overall pick in the NBA draft. Doing well in the NBA. Like, it's just a big, it's from basketball. We've created like a wave now where it's like, we're the rappers, we're the creatives, we're the athletes, we're everything, we're doing everything now. So it was just great keeping me around that stuff, young, keeping me in positive things.
Yeah. What about modeling? Have you ever kind of?
I did. I've gone in and out of modeling. I did acting when I was a kid, and I hated it because, like, when I was younger, like, I always felt like I had to fit in a way, because I'm super weird. Like, you see the way I dress. Like, I'm just not.
No, you basically are normal.
Yeah,
that's how.
But like, yeah, well, that's now. I was wearing this when I was a kid. I was wearing this when I was a kid.
You was over there with your shirt out.
My mom like has pictures. Like, I would walk around the house like damn near naked in an outfit, and be like, I'm ready. But like that was just like my aesthetic and my style. Like, I was that kid that like, when I was younger, I would try like my mom's jewelry and like be like, oh my God, this is beautiful. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm unisex everything. Like, if it looks good on me, like, then I'm going to wear it. Like, that's just always how I've been. So, like I was saying, like, when I was a kid and just in the basketball community, because like, that's a very masculine sport. So, I just never felt like I really fit in completely. And it's just great now that like, we're in a generation where it's, almost appropriate for guys to be sensitive and vulnerable. You know, the Drakes of the world have allowed that. They have. I mean, like, you think about before Drake first came in, it was either you want to be Kanye West or 50 Cent. And 50 Cent was the man. I was 5 years old wearing, I had a wife beater with a bulletproof vest, hat to the side, and I'm from the burbs. Like, I'm not some kid that had to like go through some crazy times, like with the baggy jeans and the belt with your name on it. And y'all remember that? So, just growing up around different cultures and stuff like that really just kind of helped me. And then when I came out here to Arizona, I grew up in a very suburban area as well, so I got into rock music. My parents never played rap music in the house, ever.
Oh, really?
They played gospel, R&B, Earth, Wind and Fire, the OJs, Barry White.
That's so you got an old soul.
Come on, man. That's why I said whatever I said earlier about the grits, because I know about like Marvin Gaye and Jimi Hendrix. Like, I'm just a big...
You are an old soul, basically.
I really am. Like, I always tell people, like, I either think I'm ahead of my time or before my time. Like, I'm definitely not part of this generation. Like, just the way that I think is just completely different. But, yeah, my parents, I got introduced, the first song that I ever bought was Jesse McCartney, Beautiful Soul. So, like, I never was a rap-influenced person. And then, you know, 50 Cent came out, and Kanye was the one where I was like, you can be weird, you can be different. And you have artists like that just do that. So, just stuff like that just made it easier. And then after that, once I got older, like by the time I was like 18, and I realized, like I said, I don't want to play basketball anymore, I was just like, you know what? Your best bet is going to be your personality. Everything that you hated about yourself, you hated that you could sing, you hated that you could model, you hated that you were acting, you hated all that stuff. It's your gift. It's a natural talent that you have.
You just kind of went back to it.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta at a certain point stop fighting your blessings. Yeah. And if you watch us, I'm not gonna give too much of it. Like, it's gonna explain to you. Like, you gotta stop fighting your passion and your blessings. Like, the things that come natural to you are literally the talents that God gave you that no one else has.
We just had this conversation with somebody
that no one else has. Right. Like, you have something that I don't envy you, but you have something that I wish that I had. Like, maybe you know something that I don't know, and I need to know that. Right. So I just think that it's basically up to, you know, us to a certain point to really hone in on our blessings and really realize that, like, this is something that can transcend the world. Because there's no limit to your blessing. It's about what you make it at that point. So just for me, it's just like the most important thing is just like, I feel like I'm a figure, I'm an influence to people, and I gotta, like I said before, use my platform the best way I can possible. And the fact that I can speak and I can sing, which is very good, you know, songs for God and stuff like that, you know, like in the Bible and stuff like that. I just feel like we just gotta use our blessings more. We have to start doing that. And stop trying to be things that we're not.
Yeah. So modeling is definitely not off the table for you.
Modeling's not off the table. I've tried modeling. It's just right now, modeling's in a different place right now. It's not more of the place where it's like, you're a good-looking person anymore. It's like you have distinct figures.
Yeah, that's what modeling is about.
I just look cool, if that makes sense. Like, I don't, like, my friend, he's a model. But, like, he has messy dreads, and he's a light-skinned kid with, like, a gap in the middle of his teeth, but he's, like, beautiful. So it's, like, that weird thing that's going to make him stand out. Like, even though I'm a nice-looking kid, like...
so you know you're nice-looking.
Oh, no, like, I like...
He said he's nice-looking in person. He looks better in person.
I think I do look better in person. But, no, but it's just, like, I know who I am. I'm confident. I'm not going to be, like, insecure. Like, oh, you think I'm... Like, no, like... I'm looking for compliments at that point. Like, I know who I am. I know who God made me to be. I know what I do. I know the stuff that I do. I know what I'm capable of. So I'm not going to sit here and just, like, be oblivious to it. Like, you know what you're talented in. And for you to be modest, I think it's almost selfish to not defend yourself and, you know, show who you really are. Right. So that's not bringing out your full talents, you know? So
that's true.
That's a good point. I think that's a word for everybody at this
I'm
table.
gonna cut up tomorrow with all my stuff I got.
When you say about your blessings and your talents, I think you always need to really hone in on that. And sometimes, like you say, you sway one way, but then you end up going right back to what you really.
But sometimes it can be distractions that make you not see them too.
Or envious of something else that somebody else is doing, and you're thinking like, "Oh, well, I can do that," but really, that's not for you.
I just always, for myself as a kid, like when I was younger, like I said, like I grew up on different genres. I was that kid that listened to like rock and like different types of music. So for me, like, I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to be a part of that world. I wanted to do that stuff. But it's like, do you guys know the story of Moses? Mm-hmm. The story of Moses, how he was part of the kingdom and he was next in line behind his brother, and he was that, but he realized that that was not for him. His overall message and goal was bigger than anything he would have accomplished over there. So he had to take a step back and go here, bring his people to take over, not take over that land, but free his people, because it's bigger than just putting a ball in a hoop. It's bigger than just making a #1 record. It's about the influence that I can have. And my influence would have only went so far in basketball. That would have been selfish to not only myself, God, but to everybody else, because there's a kid out there that's just like me, and I can set the example for him. Like, you don't have to act like these kids. Right. You don't have to do this. You can be yourself, and everyone's going to love you for just you being yourself. Right. Like you. So I just think that that's like what God put me here to do. He put me here to be almost a martyr in that sense, you know. Like I said, I'm willing to die for my words, like, period. Like,
you believe in.
Yeah, I'm willing to die for what I believe in.
Gotcha.
Like, period, point blank. Like, because that, to me, is going to be way bigger than any record that I put out, anything that I say, any move that I make, anything on earth, because it's going to last longer. It's going to have meaning. It's going to.
So how did you? I don't mean to cut you off, but I was just thinking. So how did you get the basketball? Did that start from your parents? Did you really want to do it, or is it just something that they had you in just as a kid, and then you just kind of just went along with it, or?
My dad was a basketball coach. My dad coached LeBron James.
Okay.
Ooh, Lebanon James?
Lebanon. Like, my dad coached him, like, when he was, like, young. Like, he wasn't, like, the head coach or anything, but, like, he was around him and stuff like that. And he would help Bron, and how Bron looked up to one of my dad's players. So he would come to the games and stuff. So I was in a gym when I was 3 months old. That was the first time, like, there's pictures, like, me in the gym holding a basketball, 3 months old. I wasn't really holding it, but I was there. So, like, I remember, like, just when I was younger, like, my dad was like, all right, make 250 shots, and you can go eat. Like, I'll like, get you a snack type of thing.
So it was more of your, well, I won't say your parents, but more of your dad's dream.
It was like, and I don't want to, like, put my dad down, because my dad was only doing what he felt was
best. He has that coach mentality.
Exactly.
That's how coaches
my dad
are.
was a coach first before a father, and he had to learn how to switch that off.
Switch it up, right. And that's hard for a lot of men.
For me, my dad was my best friend when I was a kid. Right. Like, when I was really young, I wanted to be, like, not like my dad, but, like, my dad was so cool to me. Like, my dad was the man. So, like, any way I could please my dad was, like, super cool. Like, I was going to do it. And I felt like, you know, my dad gets excited when I play basketball, so let me keep playing basketball.
Right.
So I wasn't even doing for myself. Right. Like, I wasn't even engaging, thinking about that. It was like, I remember when I was 6, my mom, this kid was like, and their parents were like, you know, your son's super funny. Like, he's super talented. Like, you should get him in acting classes and stuff. And I remember I ditched my first acting class because I had a basketball game. And my dad was like, you're not missing this. You cannot miss this. It's not up for discussion. Like, this is what you're going to do. So you train yourself to start, like, doing what your parents want you to do. And almost to that point, you become a mental slave. And this is something that I think is a problem in black communities. Is like, kids are afraid to not stand up to their parents, but, like, have a voice. Because black parents and grandparents, they make you feel like you're a slave to them. Like, you have to do what I say, or else I'm going to, like, beat you. And, like, I'm not opposed to whoopings. Like, you need to get your ass whooped sometimes. Right?
But I know what you're saying.
But it's like that slave mentality, like, if you don't do what I say, I'm going to beat you. Because that's what we know. Right. That's what we were trained. If we didn't do something right in the 1800s, we were getting whooped. So that's just what I'm saying. It's just like, I think it's the artistic freedom for myself and myself like being a free thinker. It's just like you have to get to a point where my mother told me like it's okay to be you. Like you don't have to play back. You don't have to do this. Like you don't have to do something. Like I'm gonna support you. Like my mother, when I told my dad, I remember the day I told my dad.
That was gonna be my next question.
The day I told my dad I'm done playing basketball, he laughed at me. I told him again the next day. He like thought I was joking, and then he told me the next day he was like, "That's the stupidest thing you can do. That's stupid. That's the worst decision you can make. I have colleges calling for you. I have this school ready to offer you. I have the school in New York that's ready to have you on campus next year, like playing at a D2 in New York. Like I have everything set up. Like what do you mean? Like it's stupid. Like that's dumb. But for me, it's like." Moses, like, I knew my plan. Yeah. And it's like, it's hard, but that's the thing about a vision. You can only see it.
Yeah. But the thing, too, though, the fact that you were playing basketball, I'm pretty sure you learned some life lessons out of that within that, so you had to go down that road at some point. You know what I mean?
There were multiple times when I was a kid where I was like, I don't want to play basketball, because it felt like a job at 10 years old.
Kind of like when people make you go to church. That type
yes. It's like, this is the funny thing I always tell people. I was like, when I stopped playing basketball, I didn't realize how much time I really had on my hands. Like, it would be like, I wake up in the morning, 6 a.m., I would go shoot, run, something. Go to school all day, go home, eat for 20 minutes, go to practice.
Your dad was
then
like
from practice. No, I always tell people that. I said, if my dad cared about the fame, he would have been LeVar Ball. Like, I'm not even, like, trying to be funny. Like, my dad was, like, this workaholic coach. Like, he was always coach before dad. And I really appreciate him now because, like, I don't want to get too much into it because, you know, that's my family and stuff. But, he's trying now to be more of a parent, and he's learning. And for me, in my heart, that's the best thing you can do. It's tough because I'm still in this mode where it's like, there's just certain things that happened that I'm just like, I want to forget. I really want to forgive you for those things, but I can't forget what you said type of thing. Like, I can't forget how you made me feel. I can't forget how I told you I was going to be in New York in 6 months with music and I was there in 3 months. Like there's certain things that like you just gave up on me on multiple moments where it's like, he was just trying to do his best as a parent. Because he doesn't want his black son to look like a statistic, stay in Arizona, and he wanted the best for them. But it's like, once he saw the bigger picture, and everything's now, I mean, with everything going now, it was going to take time, and I was ready for it to take time, and I'm just thankful that now, like, he's understanding and they understand, like, it's for the betterment of everyone.
As long as you're happy. Yeah, I have a quick question now. Are you in a relationship with anyone right now?
No, I recently just got out of a relationship with someone.
How long was that?
It was like, we were like talking for about, 2 months. It just got too serious too fast. Both very young. We're both doing our thing. She's a popular figure as well. Okay. I'm not a popular figure as well, but she's a popular figure.
In Arizona or?
Oh, yeah. Well, she's out here, but like... she goes to school somewhere out here. I'm not gonna give that too much attention.
I'm trying to be like, who is it?
Like I'm happy for her. I'm proud of all she's doing. She's working hard, and best wishes to her. I still keep in contact from time to time. We're just young kids right now. We're just trying to all figure it out, and it's no hard feelings. And I wish the best to her and her family, and everything else that she's doing. Yeah.
Okay. My eyes are like, who is it?
I know.
Yeah, no, but like I'm good off relationships right now. Focus on myself.
I don't blame you. There you go.
I'm focused on myself. I got a lot to do. Women are fine. Women are cool, to mingle with from time to time, and you have those moments. But like, it's just you just gotta zone in at a certain point and just be like if you're not adding to the pot, like I don't want your ingredients at that point. Like, there's nothing that you like if you're putting salt with salt, like you're just gonna give me diabetes.
Or you sitting there making like a dessert, and she coming over there with some savory seasoning.
Exactly.
Or you coming to a podcast and
that was a good one.
I'm turning my mic off.
That was a good one.
So he can turn her mic off. We're here to support you, though. We're here to keep us around.
I'm turning our mic off.
I'm so dumb. So what about music to you, like, gives you that edge, like, gives you that feeling that wants you to keep going and keep doing more?
Honestly, when I just hear beautiful music, like in general, like it could be opera, it could be classical music, it could be R&B, reggae, like whatever it is, like something that just makes me feel good. And I'm a very life experiences person. Like if you listen to my music, it's not like I was riding down the street with my homies and we were making this, like just generic lyrics. Like it's like I was riding down the street and your address was 2405 and I pulled up on the side and you hopped in my ride and like that's the type of, I don't make that type, but like just like it's a very vivid image pictures. And I feel like, you know, like I said with the Drakes and the Kanyes, like I've always been a person where I gotta fall in love with you as an artist, as a person. Like when I listen to your music, I gotta be able to paint that picture. I gotta create that feeling, and people inspire me. Like I'm gonna put you guys in a song at some at a certain point.
About what? Now she's stroking.
Nothing bad. Nothing too bad, but like too bad. No. Nothing bad at all. It's just like I'm a very life experiences person.
But
like,
don't mention the vegetables.
Of course not.
Okay.
People just move me though. Like people naturally move me. I'm very inspired by like the human race and just things that are going on in the world. Like it's just so many things that you could touch on, so many things, and like I said, I have the gift of gab. So when you have a voice, like you need to use it to the best of your ability.
What's your sign again?
Cancer, Gemini.
Oh yeah, we're Cancers.
I'm on the cusp.
Oh, all three of you guys.
Yeah, I'm on the cusp. So I'm a very emotional person.
Yeah. So he got real sad about this
y'all emotional about that.
That's why me and you were like,
he got real sad about that.
Y'all were together.
But no, at the store, and I was like, we can't get any kind of meat.
So all three of y'all the same sign.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why. Okay, it's all right.
Okay, so is there a little A or B selection you'd like to render?
This
for
man
our
is not about
services
to
tonight?
Huh?
Is there an A or B selection you want to render tonight before we conclude the services?
He knows what she's talking about. That's the church.
Oh,
That's the
Lord
church
have mercy.
Oh, he about to do it?
Yeah, he about to render his selection. Hold on.
They call it render?
Let me crunch on this carrot.
But you've been silently eating pretty well this whole time.
Honestly,
that has been pretty good because I feel like mine was loud.
Yeah, she was careful on that carrot.
So you about to give us something?
Give her what?
An A or B selection.
She said an A or B selection. You know how in church they say he about to do it in the old churches.
What they say?
She wants you to sing something.
You gonna do an A or B selection?
He know what it means.
Amazing grace, how sweet. I don't know.
You can't sing Amazing Grace with your testicles out.
Sing something that's your good. That's your favorite.
Sing one of your songs.
What do I have? I was just listening to Kirk Franklin the other day. Why can't I think of something?
I was gonna say Never Would Have Made It, but that show ain't Kirk Franklin.
Sing it.
Marvin Sapp.
Yeah. I'm not singing Never Would Have Made It, but
Never would have made it without you. I would have lost it all. Yeah. So. Now I see you're there for me. Yeah. So.
Go ahead, you gotta hit the next one. You have to hit the next one. Go ahead.
Never would have made it. Yeah. That's all I got for you.
I can't sing. I need a background choir.
I wish I could sing because
Go ahead.
I bet you can sing. What is it? Is it her?
oh, her is the artist. Her.
What's the song?
What's the song?
With her and that's
Daniel
not even her.
Caesar?
Yeah, Daniel
The
Caesar.
best part, I don't know the lyrics to that song, but it's a good song.
Do you know the chorus on this?
No.
Oh, I can hear you. Just hearing that song, I can hear you singing that song real good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you gave us your A or B rendering.
Just a little something. Now I'm gonna need an offering. My usher over there will have the plate. Look at him with the gold glove with the sparkles on it.
Can we get a few bars?
And the usher always act like they'll never want to be there.
Okay.
Something.
Sitting pretty with some beautiful women, eating salad, man. That's just how we living. I'm not robbing, but I make sure I'm giving. I'm not falling, but I make sure I'm tripping. Not over you, not over girls. Cause it's little Jordy, I'm just chilling in my world.
What?
And if you wanna walk around, we can twirl. And if you wanna get an ice cream swirl, we at the beach, we at the park, it's getting dark.
Yes.
And maybe something we could spark. Wait, no. Because we on a podcast, and I'm gonna make sure that all of the
You might hear that on our.
Yeah.
Straight from the dome.
Thank you.
Man. All right. So, how was it making your first song?
My first song?
Yes.
It's actually out. It's really bad.
And when was this?
Bad. 2016 I made it.
16, okay.
And I didn't start seriously putting out music till I put my first song out with the songs I'm putting out now. First one last June. Mm-hmm. Seriously started putting out consistent music November.
Oh.
And just God has been good.
Yeah.
God has been good.
That's good.
So we heard that you were on the radio the other night.
Yeah.
I was. That's crazy.
And what's funny is, I have to say this story. I saw it on someone else's story that I follow, and your name looked familiar. I was like, Tracy, I think this is who we're interviewing.
Yeah.
On Friday, and then I confirmed it.
Baby girl, I'm speeding down the I-10.
That's the one I like.
Hey.
Bring your girls and I'ma bring my friends. Call my phone and tell me when to slide in. I'ma keep it quiet cause I know your mama's sleeping. Everything's in private when we meeting. They don't know about us, we ain't tweeting. Show 'em what we doing every weekend. I'm around you so much, no, not with you. Breathing.
Catchy,
we made that song in 20 minutes.
Really?
I wrote that in 5 minutes.
That's awesome.
I just heard the beat and I was just like, I was like, yeah. Throw me in the booth right now.
Johnny, put me in, coach.
Yeah.
Like, Dad, I'm going to make you proud. Put me in, coach.
Right.
I seen your mom on the video with you.
My mom, man, that's my best friend. Really? My mom is my best friend. I'm telling you, if someone gets me on earth, it's her. She's the only one that truly gets me. And that's not even coming from the fact that she's around me the most. She just taught me to always be optimistic and don't judge nobody. I've never, ever heard her talk bad about nobody.
Oh, that is awesome. That's a good quality.
She just is a positive human being. And it just breaks my heart because I hope that I can give her, in her last years of life. I'm not saying she died or not, but last years of life, I can just give her the best because she deserves it.
That's awesome.
That woman worked so hard. Mm-hmm. She's given up so much for me. I can't wait to tell the stories of the things that we've done together. We broke bread type of thing. When times got hard. You feel me? That's my everything.
Are you an only child?
I am.
Yeah.
I have 5 brothers and sisters, but my dad had past relationships. Oh. My eldest sister, I think, is 38.
Oh.
But you're your mom's only child.
I'm my mother's only child. My mom said after me, it was
I know you are her everything.
Because I was just bad as a kid. I was just I wasn't bad in the sense of I wasn't even spoiled like that. I was spoiled up to when I moved out to Arizona. So I was 9. That's when everything stopped because the economy fell 2008, and it was just
you couldn't handle it.
It was just a tough time.
You were only 9. How did you know?
I wasn't wearing Jordans to the regular Vans. We just
you had to style them up.
No, but it really I remember. Oh, my aunt always brings this up. I told my cousin one day I was just my Jordans cost more than you. And I'll never forget that.
So you were...
I never forget that to this day. And for me, because, I was just, where I'm from in the Midwest, we're very cocky, outspoken people. We just let our testicles hang. We just talk shit. That's just how we are. So I was never accustomed to the lifestyle of, really... proper speaking and all that stuff, just moving proper and all that just wasn't me. So, literally, after I said that, a year later, we were out of our house, smaller house, 1 car. I swear to God, it was the Black Plague type shit. Oh, yeah. Not in the sense of not in the sense of we were broken, we couldn't afford nothing. But everything just went backwards. Everything just went back, and I'm so thankful for that. Right. I'm so thankful because I'm telling you, I just recognize the Moseses and the Joseph and the King David stories. I really look at those in the Bible and just be wow, I really relate to that stuff because it's just you got to take that step back. Because I promise y'all, what people don't know is that if you take that step back, you can oversee everything that you're doing. You can really look at everything that's really going on. And I think that's a problem with a lot of people, is we try to look here and what's this, and never like, okay, maybe my life isn't that bad. Maybe I was doing not so bad. Maybe this is not that. So I just think it's all about your perspective on life. It truly is. I always tell people, like, the way that life works and the way that things are created is like, it's the idea that they've planted in your head. It's like, you might think that mayonnaise goes better on a hot dog. I don't know. It sounds disgusting. But naturally, for other people, it could be ketchup because you were told as a kid that mayonnaise was the way to do it. You were told as a kid to ride with your helmet on or your seatbelt. Some were taught to just ride. You feel me? So like, it's just like different things. It's just like the ideas that are put in your head. But I just kind of like took a step back and created my own perspective of things and own ideas and own thoughts in mind. And artistry really helped me with that. Just like great people, great creatives, great men, great women. I really, really pay attention to the great women of the world, for real. Because, like, without y'all, I don't know what us men would do.
Tell the rest of them, man, please.
Exactly.
Nah, man, like, we really gotta, like, make that a point, man. Like, I hate that I sound like Tupac in this interview. No. But, like, we got our name from a woman. Like,
Came from a woman.
Like, bro, like, really sit there and think, 9 months, this lady went through all this pain, and you just gonna end up in jail, bro?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, you gonna, like, hit your moms, bro. Like, you gonna really argue with your mama, bro.
Yeah.
Like, she went through all this pain. She done worked 3 jobs just so you can stay in school, bro. And you gonna be in the streets, bro. Like, come on. Like, how selfish are you as a person? Like, how egotistical are you to be so much wrapped around yourself?
So,
you can't even
you
look
brought
at
yourself here.
Like, I literally looked at, like, bro, like, I gotta get my mom out of here. Like, it wasn't even the fact of, like, I got my mama, like, out of here. Like, nah, like, she deserves better than this. Like, she does everything for me. Like, I swear to God, my mom called me the other day. She was like, hey, can you look, what do you need? What do you need? How much? I might not have it on me right now, but how much, and I'll figure it out. There's a Bank of America, and it looks easy to run. No, I'm kidding. I'm playing. But the point is, like, I would do anything to get her what she needs.
So I have a question, though. What do you say to those little boys that don't have the mother that's working 3 jobs? They don't have the mother that tries to invest time into ensuring they're staying out the streets. What do you say to them?
They don't have the guidance, or
they don't have the guidance.
Okay.
They don't have the support. They don't have the funds. They just have to figure it out.
You know what I really say to that? I think it's on us. It's on us. Because your adolescence, your innocent years, literally, you're innocent. Like, you're just, like, figuring it out. And I love when kids ask questions. I love that. Keep that optimism. Don't ever, I always tell people, become a mature adult. No, become a mature kid. Like, always keep that kid mindset. Because kids are the creatives of the world. Kids are the ones that are creating all the new ideas. The hits aren't coming from the 60-year-olds. It's coming from the 20-year-olds. We're the ones with the ideas. We're the ones with the minds. And when I'm 60, I'm going to listen to the 20-year-olds. Because my time is over now. My time is gone. My people are settled down in group homes now. And we've moved on. No, like 60, 70 years old, like we're old now. Like we're gone. So I got to start paying attention to what's real. Like I really think that like people really got to start paying attention to. I really watch what I put on my social media and the influence I want to give kids. Because I have a lot of kids that follow me. And like I really look at that, like, and I sit down and I talk with them and like just tell them, like, I don't even tell them the cliche like stay in school, stay off drugs. Like no, like find people that motivate you to do positive things. Find people that motivate you to stay off. And I know it sounds corny, it's not cool, the right thing to do, but I'm telling you, when you 30 and you driving a Benz compared to the dude that was 30 trapping off the street, it was cool to him in high school, and he was the man, you feel me, because he got all the girls. That girl's gonna want to try to get with you, but she didn't have her motives right, so she over here doing X, Y, and Z, but you got the woman that you deserve, you feel me? So it's just like the whole entire mindset that you gotta have is like, I have to do better, not only for my family, but for myself. Like, who naturally wants to be homeless? Right. Who naturally wants to go hungry? Like, we are literally
hungry, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I know somebody.
We are hunters, men and women by heart. Right. Even though the formal, thing was, men are the hunters and women are the ones. No, men and I see women working way harder than a lot of these dudes out here. Working way hard. That's why you always hear about women working 3 jobs, 4, 5 jobs. There's good men out there. I don't want to knock the man because
you rarely hear that.
You rarely hear that though. But it's also you rarely hear that because men are also painted in a different light.
Right. Sure.
Like even if I go out here and I fight for my kid, you might still look at me as a bit like a deadbeat dad. Like my dad had that where he tried to get in contact with his kids and stuff like that, and then the lady was trying to not have him see his kids. Right. So he's a good man trying to, you feel me?
Those are the
like,
ones that
he's
do
a good man trying to, fight for his kids. But, there's people, I don't know what she is, God bless her.
Most women, when they do, they're bitter. They're bitter.
My mother was in the picture.
Yeah, they're bitter.
Yeah. So so I'm saying like there's good men out there. Like my father was a good man who tried to get his kids and he got my brother straight and he got him in school and he was wilding out where he was at. So there are good men out there. There are good quality men that want the best for people. But it's like we have to do that more and more. Like I really get sick and tired of people just like stay in school. Like that's not enough, bro. Yeah. Like that's not enough, and you're not even living by that. Because you're a dope dealer telling me to stay in school, but you got all the money in the hood, and I ain't got nothing.
And I don't have nothing. Right.
So even, and I'm not condoning you put the kid in like employment for like selling drugs, but teach him how to deal his money then.
Right.
Put him in like you got money. Show this kid how to handle his money, so that now, because I always tell people, bro, like. We gotta start really looking at what like white people doing, bro. Like they kids got trust funds. Like my friends all going to Notre Dame and USC.
You sure they're not doing them scams?
Oh man, hey. But like all of my friends, their parents, and it's not even on some stuff where it's like, oh, the white men. No, their parents are setting them up. Yeah. I literally talk to parents all the time. She was like, yeah, when they were born, I already opened up their bank account and I set them up with a 401k, and I've been putting like $10,000 in there every year for the past 18 years. So not only you have your college paid, but you got money to pay for your apartment, your car, everything else is taken care of.
And we kick our kids out too soon too. Right?
Kick our kids for
That's
what?
Another thing.
More bills.
We kick our kids
to teach them to be a man.
Do you think that's still part of us being stuck in that mind frame though?
What, kicking them out too soon?
Just the whole us not necessarily competent, but being at the same level of being able to, excel our kids in the way that people of the Caucasian descent do. Do you feel that that's due in part to the way you were brought up in the past?
Like systematic.
It's all about education. It's all about, me growing up, nobody did that for me.
Right. And you're not going to kick your baby out fast.
But with my son, yes, I do have an account. I do have...
No, but you won't kick him out the house fast.
No,
how we do.
My mom never did. My mom never did. My mom was always like I understand what you're doing.
Take your time.
I understand what you're doing.
Get extra bills.
See, look, this is my thing. If your kid is either in school, working towards something, doing something positive, you see them working. Like, come on, bro. I just graduated high school. You gonna kick me out? I'm not, like, I have no money, bro. I just graduated high school, bro. Like, I have no money. Like, what lesson are you really trying to treat me? Because this is what happened.
Yeah.
I got no place to live. All right, so I gotta make some money, right? Okay, that Walmart job's not gonna do it.
Bank of America looking real good.
That scam looking real good. My homie just sold a pea for $1,300.
Right. That.
Oh,
or you gonna lay up under a woman?
You just sold an 8-ball for $100,
right?
To that white college kid over there,
right?
You making money that fast? Oh, and then mom wants to say, "I always knew you gonna end up in jail. Why you in jail?" Because I had to fight for my life. What you mean? I had nothing out
after I graduated high school.
I had nothing.
Technically, you're not even a man.
Exactly.
Or they go lay up under women and start having a whole bunch of babies.
Man, like, I'm even seeing it now with a couple homegirls that I know, like, they got dudes living with them, using their car. But it's like, their parents kicked them out. Like, their parents ain't have nothing for them, like, after. And, like, they have nothing for them after. Like, that's the craziest thing to me. Like, I just be thinking, like, bro, like, Chris Tucker made it a joke in, like, the 90s, but it's so true.
No, it is so true.
Like, you graduate the day after high school, where's rent? What you mean, where's rent? Hello, good morning? Did you just make me breakfast the other day? I thought I just graduated. Like, they're trying to set me up, but, like, that's just the thing. Like, we really gotta we got to start looking after our own, man. And I don't even mean that like in the way of like black, because there's white people doing it, there's Mexican people doing it, there's Asian, there's green. Everybody's doing it.
Mexicans will have about 10 people living in their house.
That
they
is
all
true.
pitch in to pay the bills. And they
let one go out at a time.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, and I really like, that's one thing that made me notice my like family is like when I was growing up, like I didn't like being at home a lot. It was just a lot going on. Like I said, we just was dealing with a lot. It was a lot going on. So I would go to my friend, shout out to Chris, my friend Chris Rodriguez's house, and their family would have me over. 8 meals.
Ate good, huh?
You didn't have a choice but to eat, right?
Ate good, man.
You was always at Chris'
like,
house?
We were eating cool, like, at my house. Like, I'm not going to say, like, we was, like, dead broke or nothing, but, like, we wasn't eating no full Mexican rice, carne asada, tamales, burritos, tacos, like, every Sunday. Family, like, the whole family, everybody showing love. Everyone's helping everybody. The kids care about the kids. Like, when black folks get around, like, sometimes the kids hate the kids. Like, and, like, we at the table, like, oh, auntie, so who's your boyfriend this week? Like, it's just, like, we just got to start looking after each other more, man. Like, we really got to, bro, because, like, we're going to kill ourselves. We going to kill our own to prove a point. Yeah.
That's so true.
We'll
be here all night with some good
right.
This can't last about till tomorrow.
Right.
But since we ain't running off of
vegetables,
protein,
edible water,
edible
liquids.
When's it really gonna dehydrate?
Keep it up, Jordy.
Is it over yet?
Like she in pain.
I never eat dessert. I never.
Okay, we done with that.
Never. I had a Rice Krispie treat today.
Hey now.
Oh man.
Let that sizzle in your spirit.
Like that. What do you say? Like that boat.
So do you have any new projects coming out? Are you working on anything new right now?
Yes, I'm like 80% done with my debut project.
Okay.
It's really, really good.
Are you going to do a release party?
Yes, I am, and I want to invite you guys.
Yes, please let us know.
I want to invite you guys. It's a very experimental project. You know what? F it. The name of it is Bohemia. It comes out June 21st.
Okay.
That's my birthday. And, like, it's just a whole, because, like, I feel like I want to, not only because it's my birthday, but, like, when I released that song 21, it changed a lot for me. Like, people started looking at me as an artist. Mm-hmm. Like, they changed their whole mindset. Mm-hmm. Like, just like people just laughed at me and thought, like, oh, he's another rapper from Arizona, another artist, another singer. Oh, you think you're doing something. Like, so just that date's going to always hold significance for me. Like, if it's my birthday, all that stuff, like, it just holds significance for me. But we're going to have it finished up. It's, I called it Bohemia because it's, like, radicalist movement. That was a movement in the 1800s for the anarchists, for artistic freedom. So pretty much you can put whatever you want out, and like it's F you after that. Like that's why I got the anarchy tattoo, because it's just like I'm gonna be myself always. I believe in what I believe in, and that's what I do, and that's who I am. So on this project, you're gonna hear pop, country, rap, a little bit of like. There's R&B, a little bit of like lo-fi stuff. It's just all over the place, but it's cohesive and very consistent.
Okay. We'll be looking for it.
Just keep an open mind when you listen to it.
Okay. We definitely will be on the lookout for Bohemia. Do you ladies have any more questions?
No, we don't talk about
I know we done talked about so much.
From church to throwing grits on people.
Man.
I want to ask the question. Can you take us out to your song so we can groove that I-10 thingy?
Oh,
after we do our
we have
outro.
We have a few more things to do. So before we end off, are there any shout outs? Is there anything else you would like to say, to discuss?
Shout out, first and foremost, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be here. Always thank God first and foremost. I want to thank my mother. I want to thank my father, my grandmother, my whole family. all my supporters. I don't even want to say my fans. I want to say my family, because y'all ride for me harder than my own friends most of the time. So I just want to say, like, I really thank y'all and I appreciate y'all. Like, y'all don't have to go out here and listen to my music. Y'all don't have to say what y'all say. Like, I hope that I'm inspiring y'all to be better and be great, and just really have faith in yourself and trust your instincts. Also, I want to give a shout out to my dog, Bentley. I love him. Shout out all the doggies in the world.
Oh, I thought you meant the real dog.
No. Shout out my dog. My dog, Bentley.
Yeah,
I love dogs.
He means a real dog.
Like his real dog. He means a real dog.
Yeah.
He happy over there.
Shout out to everyone that's had a big hand in everything that I'm doing, and shout out to the beautiful ladies, Pretty in Pink.
Pretty in Pink.
Sitting Pretty in Pink.
Sitting Pretty, keeping it real.
Sitting Pretty, keeping it real. I'm gonna just say Pretty in Pink because y'all look beautiful regardless, and you in pink.
Thank you.
I was like, he done gave us a new name.
Pretty in Pink. We'll take that. Do you want to go ahead and shout out your social media where we can find you?
You can find my trash music. No, I'm playing. You can find my music, Jordy and Daze. So this is my name, JORDYINADAZE. It's all one word. You don't got to space out. You don't got to do none of that. If that gets complicated, wow, I don't know how to help them.
Right. Yeah, R. Kelly might be the only one.
Simple. Yeah, and no shout outs to R. Kelly. Yeah, for real.
He might want to look it up before he can't.
Oh my God.
What did you just say?
He might want to look it up before he can't.
Oh, one more thing. Shout out to all the creatives and artists and people that are out here trying to do podcasts, interviews, everything. Support your friends, support your people, support everybody, because I promise you never know what's going to be the next big thing. A movement only takes two people. So I promise you, just like really get involved. And I always tell people, like, you support all these big artists, but like you got to realize at the same time, like some of your friends are just as talented, if not more talented than these artists. They've just a lot of these artists have just convinced people off their image to invest into their music. And that's the problem, is that I want that to stop being a thing. I need people to get back to investing into their people that they truly care about. Not because it's a trend, not because it's mainstream, not because it's the cool thing to be around. Be different. Separate yourself from everybody else. Because I promise you, if you separate yourself and dignify yourself and stand out from everyone else, they can't put you in a box ever, I promise you.
Well said.
Okay. Jordy and Daze.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sitting with the ladies and Sitting Pretty and keeping it real tonight. We really enjoyed you. You are our youngest.
21.
Yeah, our youngest guest. Yeah. One of the most enlightened and youngest guests. You get
She over here
sucking on tomatoes and shit.
Are you eating like the sauce of the like?
You want to do our names and then let him take the dress off.
Yeah, well, I hope you're ready to say your name because we about to sign out.
Choke on that damn tomato.
No, go up. My nip.
No, don't have it. We're not doing a mukbang. Right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll never go first.
Queen B, we out.
Yeah.
It's T to the E.
Spicy tea.
It's Kimmy.
It's your girl, Nikkei.
Thank God. Jordy, thank you guys for pulling up, listening to me talk and ramble for hours. Make sure y'all keep tuning in today's stuff. They're going to have great things coming, I promise you. God bless.
Take us out with your song now.
Okay. Baby girl, I'm speeding down the I-10. Bring your girls and I'ma bring my friends. Call my phone and tell me when to slide in. I'ma keep it quiet cause I know your mama. Hey, everything's in private when we meetin'. They don't know about us, we ain't tweeting. Show 'em what we doing every weekend. I'm around you so much, no, not with you. Breathing. Eventually.
By the time we come to the release party,
we'll be ready. We'll be ready.
Y'all gonna like
You just point to us, so we gonna be like, breathing.
3 jobs, so you know your girl be hustling. I really just like nice stuff, so I'm not frontin' for nobody. Like y'all weak ass little thotties. Gotta call your sugar daddy just to buy an entree. But please don't get it twisted. Come try me and you might get your wig lifted. My daddy taught me well, so I don't with the snitches. Nah. Just know I'm bougie and you gotta what? Deal with it. Bougie gang, bougie gang, bougie gang, bougie gang, bougie gang, bougie gang, bougie gang. Got 2 next 10 times. Your nose ring. You better back up before you get got. I'ma knock you with my rose gold wristwatch. Y'all think this is a game?